All right, so we just got to my first stop in Edison, and after this we're gonna head to, actually let me double check because I don't know where I'm going next. Give me one sec. But anyways guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a nice sunny Monday morning. So yeah, we are heading to North Haven, and we come back to Dayton, New Jersey, Middlesex, New Jersey. Funny thing is, we are gonna be going to deliver to my old job. So for many of you guys who don't know, I used to, before I even got my CDL, I worked at Amazon in Middlesex, New Jersey as a DSP driver. So I was driving the cargo vans and delivering from house to house in like certain areas, like in like a city or whatever, like a certain town, and that was my dedicated area, you know, maybe to 100 to 150 stops. So from that, while I was working there at Amazon delivering packages, I was in the process of getting my CDL. So as soon as I started working on Amazon, I signed up for the CDL school. So I was in the process of getting my CDL as I was working for Amazon. And it's crazy because a year later I'm still working for Amazon, but not as a DSP not as DSP, but now as a, you know, as the CDL driver now, which is crazy. I still work for the same company but different field, I should say. So it's cool. We're gonna go deliver to that location where I used to work at, where I used to get dispatched from. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Hopefully I can see somebody that I know or remember. I don't know if my friend still works there, but we're gonna probably be there around like 8 tonight, 8:30. So that's gonna be cool, delivering to my old job. Dang. Give me a break, guys. It's kind of early, and I told you about this CNG natural gas. It has no low-end torque, so I gotta press the gas in order for it to even reverse. Especially like a downhill like this, and I gotta reverse up. I mean back. It's annoying, but I'll hook up these wires. Long morning. Honestly, I should start recording more of these, you know, but I don't know. There we go. I think one of the reasons why I don't even take the camera out and have it on my head when I'm doing this, it's not that I'm shy, people seeing me with the camera. I think it's more like I don't want people, like the workers here, like the yard jocks, like just anybody who works here, to tell me like, oh, I can't film, you know, on their property or whatever. Even though I work here, but you know, some places are weird. People are weird sometimes. Just check the tires real quick. We'll check the other side too. All right, should be good to pull forward. Go around, please. Look at the camera. I'm not shy like I used to be when I recorded in public. And I know some people are shy. Some people are a little bit shy when it comes to this. Like if starting a YouTube and recording in public. But I really don't care no more. I used to be really shy in high school. I would never want to talk in front of the class, present a project. But honestly, shyness will limit you a lot when it comes to like bettering yourself, and you'll lose a lot of opportunities for being shy sometimes, or like just not wanting to step out of your comfort zone. And that's something that I've tried to learn not to do. So yeah, like I was saying, don't be shy, guys, or just don't be scared to step out of your comfort zone. Trust me, you're gonna regret it. Years down the line, you're just gonna be like, why did I not take that chance? So we're gonna get one life. You might as well take advantage and do something you want to do, even if you feel uncomfortable at first. Good. Yeah. All right, have a good one.
Proceed to route. Now turn left.
So we are leaving our first stop. And I kind of hate this street because I cannot see on my right side. So if this guy's gonna let me go, nah, he could go. Yeah, because I gotta wait for people on the right to let me go. Should be good after this guy. Oh, nope, this BMW is not gonna let me go. Alright, we're good now. So, like I was saying, Just don't let being uncomfortable or uncomfortable positions or situations keep you from doing something. Like me, I used to be in high school, I used to be shy, and then I realized I grew up and I was like, what am I doing? Like, that is literally keeping me from expanding and learning, and also, you know, just, I don't know, just, it limits me. I don't like to be limited. So I just started being more open, more vocal, started speaking a lot more, and started being less shy. So now, like, I bring the camera out. I don't really get like nervous or anything. At the end of the day, people are gonna look at you weird anyways, because they're not comfortable doing what you're doing. Not a lot of people have like the guts to grab a camera and, you know, vlog or record themselves or record something they're doing in front of public, because they're scared of what people might think of them. And that's something that I don't want to live. I don't want to live my life worried about what other people think of me. Just do what makes you happy, regardless of what others think. But that's just my 2 cents. It's Carvana. I actually applied for Carvana, I think last month, and they didn't, I guess, accept my application because I didn't have a year of experience. But the pay was pretty good, and their hours were pretty nice too. I think you start at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. And yeah, I was gonna, this is basically the position I applied for. Transporting cars, I guess, from Carvana to Carvanas. I think there's one in Philadelphia, and I don't know if there's another one in Jersey. I don't remember, but oh yeah, there is. I think it's somewhere in Woodbridge or North Jersey. But yeah, I applied for these guys. They didn't hire me. So I believe their starting rate was 28 or 29. I think it was 29 actually. It was either 29 or 30. It was like really close to the 30. But the reason why I was trying to apply for them is because they work 5 days. I think it was Monday through Fridays, and so there's a lot more overtime. And the start was pretty good too. Like, I'll be getting off a lot earlier instead of getting out at 10 to 11 at night. I'll probably be getting out 6 to 7 p.m. So, and plus overtime too, no weekends. So I was definitely trying to work for these guys, but they didn't accept my application. Like, they didn't go through my application. So and I'm not sure if all their trucks were manual, I mean automatic, or like it was like 50-50, like manual and automatic. I'm not sure. Then we got Dollar General. I never applied for them because most of the Indeed that I see for Dollar General, they're over the road. So definitely don't want to do over the road. And I think you have to even unload it yourself too. So imagine like you driving already, like you're out of state, and then on top of that you gotta unload unload your stuff. So yeah, I never applied for them. There's a lot of good jobs. Like, I know NFI, I always see it when I go to Connecticut. There's always an NFI distribution, but I don't think there's any in Jersey. And if there is, I think it's like an hour away from me. And then I've been trying to look for Costco. I've been trying to look for Walmart, like local Walmart or Target, but I've never seen any applications or on their website either or anything open. But I'm always looking. Like, you're always supposed to at least try to look, because I know Costco is drop and hook only, and so I like that too. Costco, I believe Walmart is drop and hook, or if it's not drop and hook, I believe they unload it, but you don't touch anything. I don't know about Target. I think Target is also, no touch freight, so, or no touch freight. But yeah, this is my morning routine. Going into New York, trying to hop on this bridge is a nightmare. So many trucks and cars trying to get onto this bridge, cross over to go to New York. Yeah, it's a lot of traffic. All right, so since I brought up the topic of, you know, going to my old job to deliver and drop up a trailer, I did want to talk about, because I know a lot of comments. I got a couple comments of people asking me why I left Pepsi and, you know, went to Amazon. So Pepsi, let me rewind back to, I believe, the beginning of 2023, when I first started working at Amazon, where we're gonna deliver later today. When I was working there as a DSP, delivering packages. I was working there from January to about, I'd say about like June or beginning of July. So anyways, I was working there. Meanwhile, I was trying to get my CDL. I was in the process and whatnot. Once I got my CDL, the first job that I've tried to apply to so many companies. I applied to Central Transport. I even applied to some over the road, but it wasn't making any sense as far as pay. The cents per mile was too low. It was like 33 cents a mile. It was just, I didn't want, and on top of that, I had to leave the state, you know, leave my family. So I didn't want to do that. Luckily, Pepsi hit me back up. I did the interview, and I believe I did the interview the end of May or the first week of June. I was still working at Amazon as a DSP, and the interview went well. You know, the manager was cool, the hiring manager. The only issue I had, well, it was on my end, is that I had a restriction on my license. That's the reason why, you know, I mentioned on my previous videos, should be uploaded by the time this one uploads, is if you're gonna get your CDL, 9 times out of 10, I prefer, if you're gonna get it, do it in a manual, because even though we're moving to a world where all the technology is advancing and most newer trucks are automatics, you know, automatics is more fuel efficient when it comes versus manual, and like the convenience. So a lot of companies are moving over to having new automatic trucks, but there are still third parties or even small companies or companies like Pepsi and Coca-Cola who still uses manual transmissions. So he told me I couldn't have a restriction on my license. I had to be able to drive manual or automatic, because since, you know, Pepsi's a union job, it goes by seniority, and since I'm gonna be new, I'm gonna be on the bottom of seniority. He was like, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have a manual truck. So, and if you have a manual restriction and the only trucks are left are manuals, you basically can't work for that day, and they just can't have a worker that, you know, is limited to only driving an automatic. So I went back to the driving school, you know, set up 2 hours so they can, you know, just show me what I have to do for a road test. Took the road test, passed it, got the restriction taken off, sent him a picture of me passing, like the paper, because you don't get the hard copy right away, you get that in the mail. So the paper, the sheet, I sent him a photo, and basically good to go. He hired me. I believe I started off at $31.05 per hour. Now that's a huge jump compared to when I was working as a DSP. DSP, you make about $20 an hour, you know, delivering packages to houses and all that, you know, all that. So me jumping from 20 to 31 an hour, that was a plus. Like, that was a huge jump in pay. That's just working 40 hours, and I knew overtime would just be crazy. So I was like, I was ready, I was happy, I was ready to just start. So once I started working around July, I had a trainer. He's like a senior trainer, and he's been there for, like, I believe he told me 20 years. And You know, he was cool. The first day he told me, you know, no question is a stupid question. You know, ask what any questions you have, make sure to ask. So this job was more of a pickup and delivery. So, well, not pickup, but more of delivering. So you're dealing with like Pepsi, Gatorade, Celsius, a lot of drinks, muscle milk, like all that, and you deliver anywhere from 7 to 15 stops a day. Local, whatever, it could be to a corner store around the street, to a Quick Check, to a Wawa, to a 7-Eleven, you name it, they deliver it. A pizzeria, it don't matter. They deliver to everywhere. Wherever they sell drinks, they deliver to. So it's not an easy concept to get because it's a process. You have to make sure there's like a list for each location. The pallet, you can deliver anywhere from as low as 5 cases, 10 cases of different beverages to up to like 80 cases or 100 cases of different stuff. They don't have to be the same. It could be water, mix of 10 cases of water, 5 cases of Pepsi, etc., you know. So when you gotta make sure what you're delivering is exactly what they ordered, you know, because sometimes the warehouse doesn't do everything, you know, properly and to a T. So, you know, they might get an extra 2 Pepsi cases of you know, 20 ounces or whatever, and they get in it for free, and because they didn't pay for it because warehouse messed up. And let me see if I can get through. Yeah, hopefully. All right, I got through. And they're getting 2 cases for free. You gotta go back into you get a phone, a company phone, you gotta go into the app, deduct the 2 cases and make sure everything adds up at the end, the total cases. I'm just giving you a rough idea because it's been like a couple months, so I don't remember exactly every single process, but that's an idea. And damn, there's a lot of traffic here. But anyways, yeah, so it's a lot. Like, it's not, I mean, once you get it, but there's abbreviations, so that's, I think, the hardest part is learning the abbreviations, because they don't, on a receipt, it's like a small little receipt that you check off everything. It's not gonna tell you like Starbucks, like full, like written out. It's gonna be like STBK, and then you will know like that's Starbucks. And then depending on what type of Starbucks, it'll have another abbreviation for the type of Starbucks, whether it's double shot, triple shot, whatever. So it was a lot, like, because they don't just sell Pepsi. Like, there's a lot of different beverages that they sell. In some locations you don't have to collect a check. Other locations you have to collect a check. So if they don't even have a check, you can't deliver to that location. So that's also something you have to remember. You don't want to like bring in a bunch of stuff and then they don't even have a check. Now you gotta bring everything you just brought into the store back to the truck. So there's a lot of like labor work. Like, it's like physical labor. You're not just you know, backing up to a dock door and just unloading pallets. No, you'll go to like a 7-Eleven and you'll use the lift gate, take out 2 pallets, and then you'll break down the pallet, and you'll, on the hand truck, that's what it's called, the hand truck, you put, you know, the cases and you bring them in. So you'll probably do like, you'll go back and forth like 5-6 times to bring everything inside. And then, like, for example, Quick Checks, Wawa's, 7-Elevens, you have to go in the coolers, break down, you know, the 20-pack Pepsi or whatever it is, and if it needs to restock, you got to restock it. So it's not, you're not just a truck driver, you're essentially like a merchandiser as well. So I say it's like 40% driving and 60% merchandising. There are some spots where you just drop the pallets, but majority of your stops you gotta merchandise. So what kind of made it started make, like, that's just, you know, it was kind of hard for me, but I got it down. But sometimes, like, the trainer that I had, don't get me wrong, he's a good person. Like he's a good person overall. Outside of work, he's a nice guy, but his patience level is very low. Like mind you, like we're grown men, and the way he would talk to me, raise his voice at me like if I was his son. And like in my mind, my father doesn't even talk to me the way he was talking to me. So letting another grown man talk to you like that, like screaming at you, raising his voice, telling you like, yo, it's been a week, you should already be getting this. And it's a lot of, like, every location you go to has a different check-in process. They're not all the same either. So like some locations you got to give them 2 receipts, some don't need a receipt, some you got to get a check. Like every single spot is not the same. Some don't need you to merchandise, some do need you to merchandise. Like it's just a hassle. Like it's a lot. Like it's a lot to. That's why they give you 5-week training. That's why you get 5 weeks training. You work. There's different fields in Pepsi. There's like the side loaders where they have the side doors. Like you probably guys know what I'm talking about. Side loaders for beverages and shit. So you have those. You have the regular like small 26 or 30 whatever small trailers with the lift gate, and then you have bulk, which is just a 48-foot trailer, and you drop off to like Walmart, Targets, Costco's, Stop and Shop, ShopRites, and you basically just drop the pallets inside the warehouse at the dock door, and that's it. And then you just get a signature, which is the easiest. But to get to that level, you have to be there for like 10 years or plus to get to those positions, because those positions rarely open. You know, people who've been there for years, they already have that position. Usually the newcomers get like the side loaders, where you get like the shittiest routes. You go to like corner stores, pizzerias. So yeah, he was like a hard trainer to work with. Then I worked with a different trainer after the first 2 weeks of working with him. I worked with another trainer for another 2 weeks, and then the last week of training was just bulk, like I mentioned. What you do, it was just 1 week of bulk, and after that you're pretty much on your own. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, a lot of stops. Some stops you gotta use the U-boats. And my first day on my own, I used a U-boat. I was at a quick check, and the spaces that you have to park the truck, you have no space. But it teaches you how to maneuver into tight spaces. But the entrance to go into the front of quick check was slanted, and when I was pushing the U-boat, I didn't even stack it too high either, but it was so heavy now pushing the U-boat, and it just fell over. All the sodas, everything. Like I have like 2 liters rolling into the streets, and after that I just knew like I probably won't last long, because it's just like I don't know how people could do it for so many years. The pay is great. Trust me, the pay is great. To start off, it was great. I was doing overtime. Overall in a week, I was doing anywhere from 54 to 60 hours a week. So think about that, 31 an hour plus overtime. My checks were looking good, but it was a lot of work. And honestly, I don't know why they don't have helpers. Like, I think that job would be so much easier if you had a driver. You know, you pay them 31 an hour and then have a helper. You don't gotta pay them, they don't even have to have a CDL, because they're just helping you. You could pay them 20 an hour. There's a lot of kids fresh out of high school that will, you know, work for a job like that. You know, just be a helper and get paid 20 an hour. So I don't know why they don't have that, but yeah, it was a lot of work. It was just overwhelming. I just felt like unmotivated to work there. Even when it was raining, you'll be outside just for 20 minutes unloading the pallet, like taking out the beverages from the pallet, loading it onto a hand truck, because you can't, there's nowhere you can like be away from the rain. Like if it's pouring, you're just gonna be out there for at least 10 to 15. By the time you get inside, you're like soaking wet. Even if you have like a raincoat, whatever, you're still gonna be soaked. And then on top of that, to load them, like to, what's it called, restock them into the coolers after you're like all soaked and wet, yeah, you're gonna get sick. And that kind of happened to me. I think I got sick as well because it was raining and I was going into the coolers, and yeah, it was just not a fun experience. The pay is great, but you work for that $31. And yeah, I can't think of what else I left. Yeah, it was mostly that. Like, it was just a lot of work for one person, and I just couldn't see myself doing that for years, just to move up and have just like working 5 to 10 years to finally get a decent route. Like, I didn't want to do that. So luckily the Amazon that I applied to and I'm working for now, they were hiring. I applied, they called me back, you know, negotiated with pay a little bit, and I just missed my turn, my exit. Wow. Anyways, let's see where it recalculates me next. Exit 13. So yeah, it was just not it, to be honest with you. The pay was great, but it was just a lot of work. But I was doing a lot of overtime. All right, so we finally arrived to my stop. I was supposed to park over there at 110, but I don't know if you guys can see right there, there's a line for trucks to leave or to check out, so I couldn't basically back in yet. So right now I'm just gonna wait right here, because I was coming in from, it would have been easier, but I could still do it right here, almost like blindsiding it, so it's fine. I just gotta wait because 110 is right there and he's in my way. So meanwhile, I'm gonna just open up the doors, the back doors, for the trailer, and then we can be ready to drop it at 110. Put this vest on. Alright, let's go through this. Let's not waste any time. Damn, don't tell me this truck doesn't have. All right, so I got somebody to let me borrow something to cut the seal, so I got it cut off. Yeah, it should be good. They're finally moving, so I can back it into right there. All right, doors are open and we should be good to back into 110. There we go. That was easy. One of the things I hate about going back from Connecticut is the sun is always facing me. So that glare is crazy. I'm gonna have to invest into some sunglasses or something. But also back to the topic of Pepsi. It was just the seniority thing also kind of like killed it for me, because on top of that I explained how much physical work you have to do, and trust me, you're like, especially like in the summertime when I was working there, it was like 95, 100 degrees outside, and you're like outside in the blazing sun just breaking down the pallets and putting the beverages, the Pepsi, sodas, 2 liters onto the hand truck and rolling them in. You're like sweating, you're musty, you stink. And I mean, not that I'm saying like you're supposed to smell like flowers, but I mean like just in general, you're sweating your ass off outside in the sun, and you're doing it multiple times a day because you got like sometimes 10 to 15 stops a day. So you're outside in the sun pretty much all day besides when you're driving. So one of the things I hated was that since I was new, and usually new drivers, they're on the bottom of the seniority list, you get the oldest truck, like a really old truck with a manual transmission with no AC. The gears were grind like crazy, they would pop out of the gears. It was just a terrible truck that you have to use. So it was just too much. It was a lot of cons, a lot of like downsides for that company. Maybe they might have changed it now, because I did hear that they were gonna upgrade the trailers. They were gonna throw away the side loaders, the bay trailers, whatever they call it, and they're all gonna start driving like trailers, like 30 to 48 foot trailers with the lift gates. So I'm assuming they might have gotten some new tractors as well, but just in the moment, like it wasn't it. That's kind of the reason why I left. It was just a lot of downsides. The only good side was the pay, but everything else was just terrible, even with the training and just the work that you have to do. You're not essentially just a truck driver. Like I don't mind going to, like, for example, how I do drop and hook, or even if I had to unload the trailer, or like an electric pallet jack or a hand jack, whatever, don't matter, I will do it. But once you gotta like unload and break down the pallets, and on top of breaking down the pallet, you gotta bring in the sodas into the coolers and stock them in one by one. It's just like, it's a lot. So, and they don't even make sure you drive like a new truck, new trailers, nothing. Everything's just, they don't really care. They only take care of the older guys, the ones who've been there for years. So yeah, I had to leave that place. But yeah, we left my last stop right now. I was recording and my GoPro died, so that's the reason why I had to charge it. Like as soon as I parked it into that dock door and I was ready to like lower the landing gears, it just died completely. I heard the beeping. I was like, yep, it either it's telling me the battery is dying, like I'm on low power, or it's just letting me know it died completely, which I came in and checked, it died completely. So I do apologize for that. Alright, so I just wanted to pick up the camera because I wanted you guys to see. So it got really cloudy. Like you could see the horizon before I picked up the GoPro. Like how dark the clouds are. I think it's like fog, like heavy fog. But I thought it looked like it was about to start pouring down. And that's what it seemed like. You know, it looks very dark. I believe we're supposed to get a lot of rain this week. But you could tell, like, I don't know if the camera's doing it any justice. But from what I'm looking at, I even recorded it on my phone. I'll probably put that clip in to this video as well so you guys can just see a little bit better from the iPhone quality. But man, it looks really dark. I mean, it's already 6:30, but it just looks like it's gonna start raining soon. So yeah, I just wanted to pick it up real quick. We're about to stop at a rest area. I gotta take my 30-minute break. I'm probably gonna take a nap. I'm pretty tired. I had a long weekend. We've been celebrating my birthday. I turned 26 last Monday, and this weekend I just passed, we celebrated it. So it was a Monday and we celebrated this Saturday. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I had family over, so I definitely wanted to take like a 30-minute nap because I am beat. We still haven't gotten to our, I believe, our third stop, which is Dayton. We're about, I say about 40 minutes. But dispatch already gave me a call letting me know I had to take my 30-minute within the next hour. And I know I won't, by the time I get there and I have to like back in and everything, it's not gonna allow me to go on break because the truck detects your truck's movement, so it'll knock you out of your 30-minute break when you start moving the truck. But yeah, you guys can see, like, it looks really, I think it's just a heavy fog, very heavy dense fog. It's really cloudy. Either that or it's raining. I can't tell. I think it is raining. Yeah, I think it could be raining. I think tomorrow we're supposed to get rain. So yeah, I'll pick this up when I get to my stop, because I am about to take this 30-minute break and take a 30-minute power nap and then get back to it. Also, look, I got so many lights on the dash, but it's driving. I mean, the engine, everything, when I did the pre-trip looked fine. All these lights came on. They turn on and off. This truck has about 113,000 miles, so it's not an old truck. I don't know, but yep, we're making it to our rest area right now. And we're here. Now I hope I can find parking, that's the only thing. You guys can see it's pretty packed. We're about to take this nap right now. Alright, so we just got to Dayton. I haven't been here in like so long. Yeah, it's probably been since December since I got to this spot. It's a third party, but it's like a, yeah, it's like a third party Amazon. It's still Amazon though. They just gotta come up, read your license plate, and then they'll tell you what parking spot to go to. So right now he's gonna come over to me right now. And I gotta read him the last, I believe the last four, yeah, the last four, and then he'll tell me where to pick up and where to drop off. Yo, what's going on, boss?
You used the license plate to stop the truck?
Nah, it was like that already when I picked it. Yeah.
You got a GoPro on your head?
Yeah. You're recording and shit.
Is that a personal recording?
Yeah.
That's not a company, right?
Nah.
You know you can't record on Amazon property, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Be careful with that.
Okay.
Because this building's not open to the public.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're technically not allowed to record here. Amazon sues people for that.
I usually record when I'm on the road. Like when I'm driving, not at the facility, but mostly.
Carly with that red light flashing, it's recording right now. I can already see it behind your head too. Yeah, thank you, boss. It's still going, but it's okay.
So yeah, he was mentioning something about you can't record, or just to be careful. I mean, I never had an issue, even on like the Amazon facilities. They see me, the workers, and they never say anything. But we're about to pick up this one. I already dropped off the other one, the other trailer. We're gonna pick this one up, and we're heading to Middlesex, which is the other facility I used to work at as a DSP. All right, so we are on our way to Middlesex. That's the facility I used to work at. We're gonna drop off there, pick up, I believe, another loaded trailer, take it to Edison, and then we should be done for today. Yeah, pretty easy day today, but we are gonna go over there. And then I haven't got really too many like backing up videos. I definitely should try to get more. This is kind of hard with places like this. I'm gonna try to get videos where you can't really see the logo either, just to avoid problems. Which is weird though, because I've seen a lot of people, even for example, I've seen videos of people working for Pepsi and they got videos, you know, recording, you know, during the day. I've seen Western Express people make videos, Schneider, you name it. Like even like I believe I've seen somebody who does DSP. He has over a million, I think he has 1 million subscribers, and he records inside his Amazon van, and he works, and you know, I don't know. I mean, they haven't said anything at the actual Amazon. This was a third party, but I have never seen someone, well, they never said anything to me. They've seen me with the GoPro. They see me have the GoPro while I'm opening up the doors. So I'm just gonna try to play safe though. Just try to not record as much at the locations and try to record while I'm driving. That way you really can't see the brand. You can't tell what company I work for. If you know, you know, but there's always ways around it. I'm still gonna be pumping out content for you guys. If I'm not mistaken, these red trucks are the new Coca-Cola trucks. I think that's the Coca-Cola trucks that they, I believe, ordered. That's one of the reasons why I want to also, in the future, try to get myself my own truck. That way I can just, you know, do my own, basically be my own owner operator. On a positive note, we are here. Wow, this is crazy. So remember that I used to work here and start off here. recap, basically had to move. They didn't have any more dock doors, so I had to move the one that was the empty that I was gonna take. Actually, first I had to drop off the one I'm about to put at the door right now. So basically the one I brought in, I had to drop off over here real quick to make some space. Then unhooked, grabbed the empty, parked it over there as well, so then I can go grab the one that I brought and park it where I took out the empty. So that's where I'm about to put this one right now. And then after that, go back to pick up the empty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure I'm good over here. Pull forward a little bit, and then God damn. I was going a little bit too fast on that one, but I'm gonna get my phone. Whew. Hey, as long as it's in, that's all that matters. We gotta hook this one now. Just back and forth, basically. I ain't even give myself room. These are good. Alright, so I don't know what parking spot he told me, and it's not loading on my phone, so we're just gonna have to figure it out, to be honest with you. It said 148. Alright, so where I was supposed to park at, someone was already, there was a tractor, they left it. Damn, I could have parked right here actually. Let me see if there's one more up there. But yeah, he already was at that spot where I was gonna drop this at. So at this point, I'm either gonna drop it over here or see if there's another one right here that's not a dock door. This might not be a dock door, so let's see. Alright, yeah, we're good. And then this is the last stop. I'm gonna put the GoPro down real quick. I'm just gonna, you know, the usual, lower the landing gears, unhook the lines, and then we should be good to go back to the yard and then finish our day and gas the truck, obviously.